Dear expert group, I'm very honored on behalf of my team to present to you our research centered on Chinese medical students' acceptance and the use of e-health services. I will show it in this order: introduction, next result, discussion, and conclusion. With the arrival of the era of big data and the practice of intelligent hospitals, there is an irresistible retreat for consumers to seek online healthcare information and service, electronic healthcare access and delivery, also known as the e-health has been increasingly adopted. Compared to the concept of telemedicine that usually refers to the electronic delivery of clinical services to remote patients, e-health has a broad meaning, including not only providing long-distance healthcare, but also highlighting a consumer-centered model of healthcare with aims to increase healthcare efficiency, healthcare encouragement, and patient empowerment. There is no doubt that e-health can be so convenient and different, and that reshapes the traditional face-to-face only healthcare delivery model, using fewer resources to provide high-quality services to more clients. E-health aims to reduce the pressure on the healthcare system and is particularly prominent during COVID-19 pandemics. According to the report, the COVID-19 pandemic will highlight the advantages of e-health and user in important development opportunities for the industry in 2020. In China, by the end of October 2020, there were more than 900 international internet hospitals nationwide. Telemedicine cooperation networks covered all prefecture-level cities. More than 5,500 hospitals at or above secondary level could provide online services. The report said, citing data, by December 2020, the number of online medical users were 250 million, and increased of 46.73 million compared with June 2020, accounting for 21.7% of the total internet users. However, e-healthcare can be influenced by various conditions such as the accuracy of online information, technical reliability, the infrastructure, the engagement and training of healthcare professionals. New generation of medical students expected to play a significant role in the promotion and the provision of high-quality e-health services. In order to optimize the adoption of the e-health services, it's important to fully understand medical students' acceptance and the use of e-health use. These, we put forward 3 research questions. Firstly, whether medical students use the e-health. Secondly, for what purpose and reasons medical students use the e-health. Lastly, how medical students satisfied with current e-health service. We conducted a web-based survey with 238 medical students from medical universities located in the east and south of China. A majority of participants were female in their junior and senior years with a mean age of 20.23 years. We surveyed Chinese medical students around three main questions in form of an electronic questionnaire, including whether participants used e-health services in the past year, reasons for e-health use, and how they were satisfied with e-health services. Descriptive statistics were used to summarize sample and main variables. Comparisons across e-health users vs non-users were performed using analysis of variance ANOVA and T-squared test. About the use of e-health, there are 145 students, approximately 60.9% of participating students used e-health services in the past year. Females or juniors and seniors were more likely to use these services than males of their freshmen and sophomores. Age was not associated with e-health use. With respect to the purpose of e-health use, 86.1% of participant students used e-health to look for health or medical information in the past year. 81.1%, particularly for the information of COVID-19. 73.5% of them also used e-health to make medical appointments with their healthcare providers. Slightly less than half of students used e-health to blood test results. Number of students accounted for 48.7%. Our track healthcare cost and billing, the number of students accounted for 43.3%. But 1/3 students used the e-health to purchase health products such as vitamins or communicating with their healthcare providers using email or other online methods. For the satisfaction with e-health services, 87.8% of students were confident in navigating e-health services. And 76.9% of the students were frustrated in finding the information they want online, comparing to traditional in-person healthcare services. 1/3 students expressed that they were more satisfied with or preferred e-health services. Less than half of students thought e-health services were worth buying e-health services if these services were not provided anymore. The process of exploring, we found that about 2/3 students used the e-health services in the past year. Significantly more junior or senior students use the e-health, which may be because these students started their clinical rotations and then had more opportunities to access e-health. We also found that female students were more likely to use e-health, expanding its congruent with the literatures that female students were more likely to looking for health information online. So, China's health policies highlight the importance of implementing e-health solutions for the increasing burden of chronic disease management. E-health services seem to be commonly limited to online personal health information searching and online medical appointment payment, looking for health or medical information, looking for COVID-19 information, looking at lab test results, buying medication or vitamins online, tracking healthcare costs and billing, so on. High level of e-health services such as medical consultation or electronic communication with healthcare providers is still less commonly used. When it comes to the feelings of using e-health, many Chinese medical students expressed their confidence in navigating e-health services. However, they also got frustrated to obtain the information they wanted online, which may be because their lack trust for online information sources. Because in China has just started to emerge, online health information is often presented in a professional way, and sometimes even in a traditional or traditionary way, and often difficult for patients to determine which one is accurate. Finally, based on previous research, we come to the following conclusions. At current stage, medical students' e-health services use experience presented to be limited, and their satisfaction level seems to be low compared to the use of traditional in-person healthcare services and may not receive the subscription exposure or training in the promotion and provision of e-health services. Medical students are trained to be the main healthcare providers in medical practice. Important to integrate e-health practice training in the medical curriculum based on the consumer-centered model of care to prepare healthcare providers to build a strong partnership with patients and families to understand the healthcare needs and preferences. That's to improve the quality of patients' care. Of the preparation, please allow me to introduce our warm and strong team. We have one master and 5 junior students majoring in nursing at Nanjing Medical University in Jiangsu Province in China. We come together because of our common hobby and interest in scientific research. With so much help and guidance from Professor Yang and the joint efforts of our team members, we have completed the survey of Chinese medical students, acceptance and the use of e-health services. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to participate in the meeting today. I sincerely hope that all experts and professors will criticize and correct our results. Thank you.